the XRP army. We just had a pretty solid move for XRP, but it was due to a breakout news event, and some people were wondering why we didn't fly higher after the SEC case was dismissed. What I'm going to show you guys in today's video will explain that. In fact, I think that very soon we're going to be touching new all-time highs, I guess, in September. This is why I'm showing you all this today. As always, it occurs before a major move. So I'd want to start by presenting you all this chart that was just brought to my attention. Now, this is a really great graphic since, with the exception of a few cryptocurrencies, it basically shows all three charts. However, it examines specific moments in time when significant black swan occurrences occurred, their effects on the market, and, of course, the immediate aftermath for cryptocurrencies. As you can see, the Japan carry trade announcement is undoubtedly a major black swan event that resulted in significant single-day losses before a rally that is also referred to as a V-shaped recovery occurred immediately after. The tariff announcement was then made right here. Before that, of course, there was a tremendous quantity of red, followed by an additional upward V-shaped rally. Once more, the Iran-Israel conflict during World War III. We had a huge rally after a major red day. Then, of course, we had more tariff-related items most recently. Then we noticed the red. And naturally, the markets began to rise once more, as we had just seen. Ethereum is reaching fresh all-time highs at that point. I simply want to show you all this right now. The price of Ethereum just reached $4,200. Right now, shorts are being liquidated. People believe that they are currently 100% rewarded, whether it is Ethereum or XRP. In light of past events, I believe that we will engage in sideways trading for a short while. Not all of the time is it up, up, up. We do engage in some side-to-side trading. When you look at a chart like this, it appears to be fairly simple. But you know, when nothing happens for a month, many people believe the bull run is over and sell their cryptocurrency because they lack the patience to wait for the next significant volume of liquidity. As a result, the United Kingdom recently reduced its charges. In September, the US is preparing to cut interest rates. Additionally, ETF announcements are anticipated to occur in September, which these factors all suggest that the cryptocurrency market will see an increase in liquidity. It is obvious that all of them are extremely bullish signs if we look at earlier occurrences. However, a lot of people are telling me right now, oh, well, Levi, we just received some really exciting news that we've been anticipating for a very long time. Why is the next XRP currently reaching record highs? And the answer is actually quite straightforward. The dismissal of the SEC complaint had essentially already affected the price of XRP. Everyone is aware that the lawsuit would be dismissed. For this reason, I never discussed this in any of my videos. If you look back at the previous 6 months, it seems like a major catalytic event that will cause the price of XRP to soar. For one very significant reason, I never said that in any of my videos. The price had already been set. People were already aware that it will be discarded. You know, Gary Gensler was dismissed, fired. Or rather, I suppose he quit before he was let go. You all understand the purpose, though. Thus, I will present to you all the chart of all three cryptocurrencies. Please note that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not included in this. Therefore, there is still a certain tendency that is evident, particularly when examining longer time periods. I will only visit the one-day time frame. As you can see, there is a definite tendency. Indeed, there have been extended stretches of time. For instance, the bear market is in effect here from June through November. There was essentially nothing going on throughout that time. However, as you can see, there is no denying that we are currently seeing a bull run. As you can see right here, that very much looks like 2021. Gains that are simply astounding. These kinds of runs are currently occurring. In fact, altcoins are at last popular. All right, Ethereum is in the forefront. For this run, Ethereum is reaching highs. That is the altcoin indication that is most bullish. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies are used. Indeed, XRP is among the other cryptocurrencies that will profit from the liquidity cycle if events follow a pattern akin to those that occurred in 2017 and 2020, and of course, 2025. So this is what we're now examining, correct? Furthermore, I believe that the amount of liquidity that will emerge when rate cuts and ETFs are taken into account will be significantly greater than what many of you are now expecting. And for that reason, I am completely locked in right now. Therefore, we do see something fairly similar when we look at the liquidation heat map following the most recent rise, which, in my opinion, indicates that we will first drop down to a particular range before we soar to new highs. As you can see, the $115,000 price point is the subject of numerous liquidations. Since there are currently more long investors than short ones, it will be much easier for whales to liquidate a large number of people, push us lower, and open a position at the bottom before we smash new highs. For Bitcoin, I do believe that many institutional investors and whale investors will probably try to push us down to that level before pushing us up to new highs around 120,000 or so. And the level we're presently examining is roughly 115,000 on Bitcoin, while it's little under $3 per coin on XRP. So, what I'm doing to get ready for this right now, and what I believe is the best course of action, is to set up these purchase orders based on the support levels. This isn't financial advice. Looking at the charts above, we can see that there is a solid support level at $3, which is almost precisely where it is at this moment. In order to be ready, if we do go down there and whales attempt to push us down to those levels, I've decided to set up trigger orders and limit orders around that range. If you like the content, please click the like and subscribe buttons. I hope to see you all again soon. Peace out. Lots of love.